There wouldn't be any fashion without trends and innovation, and it's all about doing the right thing at the right time.
Inspiration comes from everywhere. It comes from magazines, it comes from a fabric that we find that's a beautiful cloth that you're like, oh, how could I use this? Or it comes from a book that you might be reading. So it really does come from everywhere. It's not just one, for me, it's not one specific thing.
We are a classic brand, and we never want to forget our roots and our heritage and our history, but we need to be innovative to be relevant.
I think at Brooks Brothers, definitely there's classic is part of our vocabulary, but innovation has always been part of our DNA as well.
What impresses me the most about Richard is how genuine he really is. He values every single relationship, and he believes that we're all in this together, and in order to really succeed, we have to work together.
Innovation is finding unique ways to create new product, and it's important because if we don't create new product for our customer, we're just going to constantly offer the same thing over and over again, and we won't drive new business and new customers to come into the door.
Richard created a new trend. This season he launched a new reversible bow tie.
Modified the reversible bow tie that we've run the past few years and came up with a new button closure on the tie as opposed to a clasp, and made it ours, made it Brooks Brothers.
It's a bow tie that you can completely take apart, and the more bow ties that you have, the more bow ties that you buy, you could take each one of them apart. There's a positive and negative, and you can interchange them. So one bow tie goes into two bow ties, goes into three bow ties, and the choices are endless. I mean, the more you buy, the more choices you have.
What impresses me the most about Richard is his level of enthusiasm, eagerness to seek out a new approach, a new idea, a new way to do something that maybe for the last 5 years or 10 years has been done in a certain way.
Richard has always asked me the question, why not? Why can't we do this? Just because something hasn't been done in the past doesn't mean we can't do it now.
When he sees something happening in the market, in a magazine, on the runway, in the fashion forecasting, he brings it to our brand. He makes it ours, and he's not afraid to do that.
Innovation for me is the being open to new ideas and to express what you think is important to your line and how it affects the customer.
Richard is an incredible mentor. He's an incredible teacher. If you've worked with Richard or if you were one of his direct reports, a lot of these successful merchandise managers that we have in our company today are a direct result of working for Richard.
He's always thinking of new ways to do things. He's a very hard worker, and he's really great at what he does. And he's been a great mentor to me, and I don't think I could be, where I am today without working under him and, having him there for me.
He wanted to be there when I got promoted to a manager, and it was very moving. I was happy he was there. He was very proud of me. He was my mentor, he's my teacher. He got me to where I am today.
I was really flattered that they nominated me for this award. It was one of those things where people are very busy, and that they took the time out of their really busy schedules to nominate me, that I was truly flattered by it.
I don't think he ever stops working. He will always go into a store, he will always go competitive shopping, even on the weekends. He will always be thinking about how can we make our product better at Brooks Brothers.